I guess we can call this video, what did you do to your Ducati last night? Video series. If we back up to a while ago, I installed that Motogadget on this Ducati. And I still can't get the light output to do anything. I'm sure it's just me. The light input must be powered or switched in order for the headlights to come on. And they're routed to the high beam switch on the Motogadget. But there's also a light output that I would think is supposed to operate my dash lights, my tail lights, that kind of stuff. But it doesn't. Every time I plug it in, it's dead. And that's been bothering me. I didn't take it apart for that, but that was part of the reason I got in there anyway. A series of unfortunate events, just like the book. So I was out doing what I like to call top speed runs, and it only did 137 miles an hour. GPS verified. I don't know what the speedo said because I was busy staring at the road. I'll figure that out when I review the video. I might put a little bit on here, but I don't want no law dogs coming after me for violating the speed laws in the state of Texas, y'all. I did about 60 miles, and at the end, I had electronic disruptions. Speedometer went out, it's cable operated, and the threaded portion on the speedo itself is stripped, and I had it safety wired on, and my safety wire got a little loose, and I think that speedo coming down messed up some of the wires. Not messed up, but was goofing with them because I reached up under there, and when the speedo went out and the stuff started to cascade pretty quick, so I reached up in there and tried to push it up further, and then the bike ran fine for like a couple of miles, and then it started acting up again. It was driving, but it would seem to be bump oriented. You'd hit a bump and the horn would go, It didn't, not a full toot, but like a background toot. So not good. And then the high beam on the LED headlight went out. The LED tail light, brake light went out. So no more LEDs for the headlight or the tail light. A quick side note. I bought these little LED lights back in 2018. They're like $2 a piece on eBay. They come in all kinds of colors. These are yellow for turn signals. I've been running those on my 86 Honda since 2018, and they've never gone out. Ever. So sometimes less expensive is good. I thought there was going to be a way for me to put another bulb socket in here on this top section and run 2 tail lights, 2 brake lights, but the gap is teeny tiny. So this wouldn't work out. I think maybe those little 194 bulbs would work. I ordered some of those connections. They're rubber, and you just drill a hole and slip them in. And those might work out. If they do, when I decide to do that, I'll go ahead and let y'all know. And then I replaced this bulb with a regular, so now the brake light's brighter. But this space was unoccupied, so I cut it out with the Dremel tool and shoved one of these in there. So now if this light goes out, I'll still have my backup LED, because I don't want to get, taken out from behind by mistake. And then I messed around with the Motogadget settings. So now when you turn the key on, the only thing that comes on is the headlight. And then when you give it the guts, the tail light kicks on after start. And the dash lights kick on after start. It's just something, something to do. I know what you're saying. It's okay. It's all covered. You don't see it. I'll fix it later when we rewire the whole motorcycle. I've said that before. It's still on the list. I went in there and I made some changes to the charging system. So regulator rectifier wires are coming out here, and so the two wires coming out from the stator, it's only two phase, goes into the regulator rectifier, and then power converted and coming out through these red wires. And then there was a white wire coming out that I don't know what it does. I couldn't get any reading off of that. And then there's black wire, which is a ground. So I hooked up that ground wire, grounded it over here to the frame and the unit. And then I shortened these up a little bit to make them fit better. Got a better loop out of the existing wire. The way this machine works, the hot leads coming from regulator rectifier have to go into the Motogadget. I tried running one from, initially I split them up and ran one to Motogadget where it was going before, and then I ran the other one to battery so that it would charge battery directly. But that caused this thing to think it was always on, and it wouldn't shut off. So I turned the bike on, start it, turn the bike off, and then everything stayed lit. So I had to cut that, reattach it, and rerun it. So don't do that. And then the other thing is, I bought this after I wired the bike with the Motogadget. So for Motogadget, I only used the regular multi-tester. But this thing is great. I'll show you. It comes with instructions. They're not very tedious to look at. They explain what you're doing pretty well. And it hooks up to the battery. It has a socket plug and an extension. So, I mean, you could run it to your neighbor's house if you want to. So once we get it powered up, it has a light so you can see what you're aiming at. Works good. And then if you touch it to the power, it reads voltage. If you touch it to the ground, it comes back with a green light that says that ground's working. If it's broken, if it's open, it'll read red. So you can read voltage with it, but you can also send voltage by hitting this plus button, and you can power something. You can turn something on without it being connected. And then it has this other little dangly ground connection. So even off the bike, I can hook this and send power to this light, and you'll see that the top LED is no longer functioning. So I took it out of here and replaced it with a different one that worked. I think this is my new go-to for electronic stuff. I want to say it was 100 and something bucks on Amazon. You can find slightly older models for less expensive. I'll show you an example. This isn't hooked up right now, but if I probe here, I get 0 volts. Are you watching? Yes. If I probe here, I'm getting 0 volts. I turn it on, I'm getting 0 volts. I Motogadget this thing to come on after powers. So once I turn the power on, then it goes up to 12. And so this is where those heated grips plug into. Part of the debacle was I blew up this control unit over here, so I had to order a replacement. And then I kind of rewired a lot of stuff. I never claimed to be a know-it-all, but I can learn. So if I turn the bike on,
Mo ride ready.
And then watch what happens when you flip your phone. It already comes with a speedometer, ride meter, weather, time, voltage. So it's already on. And what it's telling me now is that voltage is dropping because the light's on. When I turn it off, it goes green because it's no longer drawing power. And then there's all sorts of other things you can put on there. So no need for a separate GPS. It'll tell you your speed, GPS related, and it'll also log your top speed, which is what I was looking for the other day. And then when you fire it up,
Mow ride ready.
power's going up, so I know my stator's working. I know I'm getting power to where I want. And I just vibrated a stop nut loose. Hold on. It hit my toe. Where did it go? I see it. And then the other thing that went wrong, both of these little tabs broke off the oil cooler. I was lucky I had a spare motor with an oil cooler on it. So you can find these little rubber insulators on Amazon. I got new insulators, and then I put the other oil cooler on there. And then I ordered some aluminum rods for the TIG, and we'll weld this back together. And I didn't run any video yesterday and last night because I needed some time to myself without having to watch my language, and I needed space. So sorry I didn't include you, but I'll be sure and pick y'all up when we weld up on the oil cooler. And then I'm done with this for now. I got to put it all back together, take it out, take it on a test drive, and see if I'm going to have any more issues. I don't think so, but there's only one way to make sure, and that's to ride it like you stole it. So that's the plan. I might put the camera on the helmet. I don't know. But the rest of this video is just going to be me putting everything back on. So I'll throw on some music from Coming Up Muddy. Y'all can pay attention or, veg as much as you want.
Shining like the sun, baby, the only one. hill, baby, can't you hear me sing? Your hard luck woman ain't learned a goddamn thing. Well, you shine so bright and come on strong. One day here and the next day gone. Said you're one day here and the next day gone. Come around here looking for all you can take. Move me so hard, make my poor heart shake. Make my poor heart shake. Chasing you, woman, I'm chasing my tail. Can't catch either, so it's just as well. So it's just as well. Love like that, it can't last long. You're one day here and the next day gone. You're one day here and the next day gone. Lightning in a bottle shines so bright. Seen you, baby, just the other night. I said I seen you, baby, just the other night. Well, listen here, baby, can't you hear me sing? You're a hard luck woman, ain't learned a goddamn thing. Well, you shine so bright and come on strong. One day here and the next day gone. Well, you're one day here and the next day gone. One day here and the next day gone.
So another post-ride update after making changes and cleaning the wiring on the regulator rectifier. With this gauge, the highest it went was 14.2. It was cruising around at like 13.6. With the other gauge, it was bouncing up as high as 14.7. So it may have modulated a little bit, smoothed out, even after a bit of a high speed run. It was a little windy today, so that's about all she would get. They didn't spike up after rolling off or anything like that. No issues to speak of electronics wise. So did I fix anything? I don't know. Didn't happen again, so I'm going to count it as a win. Thanks for watching. Y'all take care. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day.